Hi guys, this is Omer from MMOHut.com, and I'll do another quick weekly recap of MMO news and announcements for the week ending April 29th, 2012. Anyway, as you can see from the video playing in the background, the first piece of news that we're going to be taking a look at this week has to do with Requiem, an older title from Gravity Interactive, who's obviously best known from Ragnarok Online. And the news is that on April 25th, Gravity released its browser-based client for Requiem, and this pretty much means you can play the game on your browser after installing a small 2 MB plugin. It'll save you from having to download the entire client and make it so you can jump into the game within a few minutes. Now, Requiem isn't the only client-based MMORPG to have a browser-based version. Runes of Magic also uses the same exact system called Keldo, and which allows players to run the game on the browser. I suspect more and more MMORPGs will eventually run on the browser, as no one likes to download ginormous 5 GB files just to try a game out. I think Age of Conan is something like 20 plus GB. On a side note, I think Gravity actually released Ragnarok Online 2 in Korea. The game's been coming soon for like forever now, like years and years. Anyways, next up, also on April 25th, KingsIsle, the same company behind Wizard 101, announced a brand new MMORPG called Pirate 101. Now, say what you will about Wizard 101, but the game was actually pretty fun. Graphically speaking, as you can see, Pirate 101 looks very similar to Wizard 101, but instead of playing as a wizard, I suspect you'll get to play as a pirate instead. And like Wizard 101, Pirate 101 will be free to play, but with optional microtransactions and an optional subscription. My only real big complaint with Wizard 101 was it limited content for free users. I suspect free-to-play users will have similar restrictions in Pirate 101 though. Up next, also on April 25th, SG Interactive revealed some new content for both Trickster Online and Grand Chase. Both pretty small updates. The Trickster Online updated its Techichi Volcano map, adding 37 new quests and 28 new items to expand on the Dawn Cavalier storyline. And in Grand Chase, the new Monster Train 301 dungeon has been released. The dungeon comes in 4 difficulties, with the ultra difficult Hell difficulty launching on May 9th. The next bit of news is Perfect World Entertainment announced its first expansion for War of the Immortals Lost Omen. Now, this bit of news comes on April 26th and introduces the Harbinger class, who uses sights and psychic powers to defeat their enemies. And aside from the new class, new areas will be added, including Valhalla Temple, the Defiled Paradise, and several other zones designed for players level 100 plus. Players can also expect new combat mounts, a new pet ascension system, and a bloodline system to further enhance skills. The expansion is scheduled to launch on May 10th. Up next, Quorum Game announced that Spirit Tales Open Beta, which was previously scheduled for April 25th, will be delayed until May 10th. I find this a bit odd because the same exact game, Glory Destiny Online, has already been in Open Beta for over 3 months now. And what makes it even more ridiculous is that Glory Destiny Online is published by the same exact company, Quorum Game. The reason for the delay was that Quorum Game felt that the game wasn't quite polished as they wanted, which I guess makes sense, but why release Glory Destiny Online and not Spirit Tales? It's just a bit weird. Anyway, the game is set to go to Open Beta on May 10th. Next up, on April 26th, Iris Online launched the Lost Temple of Atlantis update, which introduces new zones, items, and quests. But most importantly, the level cap has been raised to 75. The update, as you probably guessed, adds the Lost Temple of Atlantis instance to the game, but also adds several other areas as well. The next and last bit of news this week comes from Icon Online. The news is on April 26th, Icon launched a small update where the Lost Mines has been revamped to add more difficult encounters, and a new archaeology questline has also been added to the game. A PvP event has also launched, rewarding the player who defeats the most opponents a substantial reward. A small update, but an update nonetheless. Well guys, that's it for MMO news, but as for games coming soon, we have nothing, but we do have Spirit Tales actually launching on May 10th, but I can throw that into upcoming games next week. And as for games that recently launched, we have one game to look at, and that's Shin Megami Tensei Imagine Online from Atlas Online. The game officially launched on April 27th. It used to be available through Area Games Portal, and so it's not exactly a new game, but now it's being published by Atlas Online instead. Anyway guys, that's it for MMO news and announcements for the week ending April 29th, 2012. And if you want to read about or learn more about any news mentioned in this video, simply head on over to MMOHut.com/news. If you want to discuss anything in this video, simply head on over to MMOHut.com/forums. Anyway guys, this is Omer.